To ask you, where did the name The Confess Project come from? And where do you see The Confess Project in 5 years from now?
Honestly, I'll never forget it was probably a Wednesday night. I was at my aunt's kitchen table and I had this vision of wanting to do something beyond at the time what was called work in corporate America. And I was ready to really live more of my purpose. And at that moment, I started to really explore, well, what is it that I can do? I took a reflection on my life, what I had went through.
My name is Kevin Hines. I jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. I believed that I had to die, but I lived. Now I help people be here tomorrow.
So at that moment, I realized that that there was something that really was inside of me around wanting to change the way that I had, some of the things that I went through, or maybe make them better. And so the Confess Project name was really originated from, at that time, it was found in scripture. I was reading the Bible, and it was somewhere in Genesis at the time. And if to this day, I still can't remember where, because the name is mentioned very often across multiple disciplines, in different communities. And so, but I also knew that confess was a release, that it was something once you confess, you become your best. And so with that release, you become a better version of yourself. You are on a journey of to healing. And so that's where I really took that in to being able to do that. Where do you see the Confess Project 3, 4, 5 years from now? In the next 3 years, our goal is to expand, multiple satellite offices, multiple affiliates, training multiple barbers to reaching over millions of people across some of the larger metropolitan cities in the United States. I think long term, we want to see that our work is international, that we can also, take our work to countries in which the African diaspora is very fluent and is very much more needed. We realize that beyond our states, that our countries are also reckoning with mental health support. And so we want to see that this can be an international and global brand. And I feel that it very well fits into the things that our country really needs right now in this moment. For the listeners listening, can you give a broader explanation of what is the Confess Project for the people that want to learn about it, want to get involved, and want to help other people find hope? Yeah. What is the Confess Project, and how is it helping people? Yeah. The Confess Project, I always recognize it. It's this grassroots movement that's uniquely showing up in places where men and families are often at. I think a lot of times we look for people to obviously be at schools and to be at institutions, and they're very much there. But I think oftentimes we forget of community and being in barbershops, being at salons, and so the Confess Project is this place that's taking a unique opportunity, recognizing that the civil rights era played a huge part into barbershops, first and foremost, taking that same historical context and training barbers to be mental health advocates. So we're taking a historical era and transforming it to a current moment of getting people aware, getting them to help if needed, but giving them peer support. And I think that's the most important part of this. And the Confess Project ultimately at impact stage is in a 45-minute interval of a barber cutting a client's hair, that person can actually leave the chair and feel better and do better than what they were before. And I don't know of any other place other than going to counseling that can happen. And so we're taking advantage of those minutes and those moments, and really taking it to another level. And so that's the impact that is happening. And, on give and takes, our barbers are sometimes seeing 20 people a week. Imagine we think about 1 in 5 Americans more likely to have a mental illness, young black men under the age of 20, suicide is the third leading cause of death. If we're taking advantage of the barber chair and those clients that are coming in and out of those, at this point becoming a national movement, we will see that those numbers will be changed and that we will have a better quality of life.
If this video helped you, inspired you, or you think it could help someone you know, please take a second to share this video. Your share could save a life. And whatever you do, fight to be well. Be here tomorrow.